So some disgruntled employee or something has decided to leak screenshots, video, and plot points from the upcoming game The Last of Us Part 2, one of the most anticipated games of the year. How did Sony respond to these leaks? With absolute idiocy. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Lawsplaining the Interwebs. I'm your host, Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. And today we're talking about The Last of Us 2 and the leaks and Sony and Naughty Dog's response to those leaks. And let me tell you, just by making this video, I am apparently taking a risk of getting a false DMCA claim. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. False DMCA claims from Sony or Naughty Dog. Now, I know many of you have seen this and a lot of YouTubers have kind of been covering it. So I'm going to try and present you something that you may not have seen. And that's a DMCA claim that was done today, May 1st, against the Kiwi Farms. All right. So we're going to take a look at that DMCA and we're going to look at some of the items that they're claiming are infringing. And we're going to talk about that. If you like these quick legal videos with updates and hot takes on legal issues, please like and subscribe and all that stuff. Now let's get into it. Okay, so here is the copyright DMCA claim that was sent from Sony Interactive Entertainment Europe Limited, who is claiming to be the owner or the owner of certain intellectual property rights. So here we go. This is a pretty standard looking DMCA, nothing special about it, but here's the list of infringing works. Now, before we look at a couple of these attachments and threads, and we're not going to look at all of them, because I don't know what's in all of them, and I might not be able to show all of it on a stream. I don't know, but we're going to look at a couple of them because that gives us enough to determine whether or not they did a fair use analysis in good faith. And that is the core question for DMCA. Did you do a fair use analysis in good faith before sending the DMCA request? Because you have to actually determine if the work is infringing on your rights. So we're going to look at that. But the important note is some of these are attachments. As you can see, these are listed as attachments. And these are just direct links to pictures or in this case, there's a video, a short video clip. Those are not these standalone things. They are kind of, they're included in a thread. And this is the link directly to the reference file that's embedded in a thread on Kiwi Farms. So as we're looking at these, when you look at like this one, where you've got this person laying down, it says, "You okay, abs?" Or whatever. I don't think they're talking to their literal abdominal muscles here. I think the person's name is Abby or something. And look at that beefy arm on this chick. Oh my goodness. As we're looking at this, we have to realize that that is somewhere else represented in some sort of embedded thread, in an ongoing discussion about the game, about the leaks, about this stuff. And that makes it, that pushes it towards being transformative in nature, because it's about commentary, criticism, or even mockery of the original work. And those things are part of the test of what makes something transformative. Now we have other examples like this one. This is just a whole bunch of memes that are created, that many of these things have nothing to do with Sony's or Naughty Dog's property at all, other than the fact that they've been modified or enhanced, transformed into something other than what they are, right? Look, we've got all sorts of different stuff going on here. Like this is a stat page from a game. They've put Abby in. Druckmann. Oh, this is Smash Brothers, right? I think. I don't know. What am I, a video game? We got a hulked out Abby here. We've got a different looking Abby here. We've got a Kill Joel franchise any percent. Like they're mocking. They're making fun of this. It's a bunch of memes. It's Ma'am Part 2. That's a big lady. That's a big lady. So that is clearly transformative in nature, right? This is not, you're not going, okay, you know what? I want to go buy The Last of Us 2. That's what I want to do. I want to buy The Last of Us 2. And when I look at this image, I now have received the same experience I would get from The Last of Us Part 2, and I no longer need to purchase it because I have given my marketed time to Kiwi Farms, who has fulfilled me in the way that The Last of Us Part 2 is fulfilling me. And that's not the official legal test of copyright infringement, but it's a good guideline. The idea is that the copyright system is set up to protect the marketability of an original work for the original creator. That's the idea. So you make something and you want to sell it, or you want to sell little bits of it like a merchandise or a shirt with something on it, and you want that to go out and you want to generate revenue from that thing, or you want to be the one to distribute that thing. Even if you don't generate revenue, the idea is that you could do it because you created it, right? So it's yours. Copyright infringement takes away from your ability to do that because someone else is fulfilled in that market by the thing. So once you transform it away from the thing, in this case, a multi-hour video game with billions of possible outcomes. Right now, obviously the cinematic stuff is going to be, is storytelling. That's going to be locked into every game, but how you move through the game and how different frames are shot based on the camera angles and stuff is going to be dependent on what the player's input is. So you have billions of possibilities, billions of possible hours, and taking just even a single moment, even if it's an exact replication from the game, is such a small part of the work that no one goes, I wanted to play The Last of Us 2 till I looked at that screenshot and now I'm satisfied as I have played The Last of Us Part 2. Well, of course not. Now, someone may look at it and go, this looks like garbage. I don't want to buy it. That's different. That is absolutely protected. You could say, look at how bad this thing is. I'm going to make fun of it. I'm going to criticize the rendering. I'm going to do all that stuff. Or here's a good example. Look, it's a muscular woman in the real world, and here is the bad animation and character design done in the game. So we have the terrible aspects going on, and they're looking at how they look too jacked or whatever. And this is critical. This is critical of it. It's trying to convince the viewer of this page not to replace The Last of Us Part 2 with this screenshot here, but it's to inform you that they're being critical of the character design. That's the idea of what's going on there. It's not the same market. It's a transformed use of the image. It is presented for the purpose of criticism and commentary. It's at the very core of what fair use is, and fair use is protected as a new work, not even as a derivative of the original work. And that's the point in all of this. So why does all this matter? Why does all this matter? Let's take a look at Null's response. I want to read through it because this is a very good response to the DMCA, in my opinion. And let's take a peek at it real quick. So he says, hello, I've carefully reviewed all the links and made the following determinations. All content that is the intellectual property of the claimant is used fairly for the purposes of criticism and ridicule. Some articles cited are not the intellectual property of SOE, particularly the screenshots of infographics, right? Screenshots of something that's not in the game. Some articles cited contain no intellectual property of SOE, particularly the screen caps of tweets. And many of these links are just pages of forum threads containing discussion, which Sony Online Entertainment has no rights to. And this paragraph is wonderful. It is not the responsibility of the Kiwi Farms, myself, or my community to manage the trade secrets of Sony Online Entertainment, and the DMCA is not a tool to be used to chill the First Amendment rights of Americans or American entities. I understand you are English and may not understand this. That's nice. I like that. Very, very good job, Null. So please familiarize yourself with the exemptions of U.S. copyright law as detailed in this journal by Stanford University. So that's nice and condescending and the appropriate amount, because Sony knows absolutely what they're doing here. This is Sony. They're not unfamiliar with copyright and DMCA. They're not at all unfamiliar with it. And that was just the right amount of contemptible condescension to respond with. And that's why I like Null and how he handles things. The ultimate question in all of this is this done in good faith? Was there a good faith, fair use analysis? Because when you sign that DMCA, you are saying under oath that you have done a good faith, fair use analysis of the work. And if you don't do the good faith, fair use analysis of the work, you could actually be subject to civil penalties for the person you're trying to file a false DMCA claim against. Sony has a legal department and should be managing their intellectual property more appropriately than they are in this. In summary, Sony and Naughty Dog, you are terrible. You are scumbags for trying to censor the internet because you are mad that one of your employees or former employees decided to leak a bunch of trash onto the internet, and now people realize that you were going to mess with a property that they liked, and that might impact your sales. You're mad about that. You have no problem with the copyright issue because you know there isn't a copyright issue here, and you suck for doing it. You're a scumbag company, and I hope to God someone burns you on this copyright stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day. Peace. Peace.